I'm here today with Carla Green. She and I are partnering on the Activate the Leader Within conference coming up in October, and she's one of our speakers, and she's an author, and I just want to talk to you about your book a little bit.
Okay.
Is that good?
That's awesome.
Fabulous. It's called Becoming a World Changer, and this one particularly focuses on Moses. But one of the things we're doing in this conference is focusing on you, knowing that each of us can be a world changer. And my small group just did this study. Fantastic.
Great.
We got so much out of it. So when you were putting this together, what were your
Oh,
thoughts?
that's fine. When I was pastoring at the Vineyard in Urbana, I started a business ministry group. And one of my major influences in my speaking and actually my learning is Joseph Prince. And I really love the way he would unwrap Old Testament and make it useful for modern day. But part of the premise of my business group was also that, you know, the Bible really doesn't talk about that much about people being in pastoral minister type jobs.
Right.
It talks about them being in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses was a real life world changer. He wasn't in a church changing it. And so I wanted to take his life, and actually my intent is that it's one of many in a series, and show how a regular guy who had regular problems with his identity could actually go back and change a nation and from where he came from and be the world changer. And he did it all through God's power and the Holy Spirit and what God put on his life, and he showed him every step. And that's what we have the ability to do.
We do. And Moses also argued with God. I don't know if the rest of you have done that at all. I know I have. He didn't think he was fit to be a leader.
He didn't. He argued with him a lot.
He did.
And, you know, that was a really hard thing for me growing up. I never could really argue with God. I didn't feel like that was respectful.
Sure.
And so I just wouldn't do it. And then one time I did, and it was just so amazing because
be free.
Because God really just wanted to go, okay, here's where I can work from.
Right.
In fact, he reminded me of a story of when my daughter was a teenager, and she would just get mad, and she would go to her room, and she wouldn't talk to me. And I'd be like, you know, just tell me what's going on. You can even yell at me.
Yeah.
So at least I know where I'm working from. And God was saying, you're exactly the same way. I just want to know what is going on. I want you to voice it so we can actually work on it. And it was actually amazing freedom.
That is. And he gives us those real life situations, puts us in so that we can comprehend. Just like he was a real life person and put Jesus in those real life situations that we experience so that we can completely understand what we're going through.
Right.
In this book, Becoming a World Changer by Carla Green is really a keeper. It's one you'll want in your library. You can ask anybody in my small group. We love it. They're great conversation starters.
Right.
The content is good. We didn't even get through all the content because there's so much meat in it in just conversation starters alone.
Right. It's not something you're going to pick up and read before you go to bed and then you're done.
No.
It's really something that you just have to bathe in and see what God's going to do. It's just actually a place where God can go deeper with you.
Yes. We thank you for writing it,
Oh, thanks.
for sharing it, and we can't wait to see what you have to say to all of us at the conference. We'll see you then.